Hello and welcome back. Welcome to day 102. Yesterday I had so many plans. I was going to go get some tax information because this is my first time to file taxes in the Netherlands. So I was going to go to a library in another town nearby and get some help. And it was going to be a slam dunk. I would just, maybe wait a little bit, but then I'd come back home and have lunch and do other things. And it was going to be just fine. So I go to this other town and I look at the map, of course, before I go. And then once I get there, I start walking. And I walked and I walked and I just could not find the place. So as it turns out, I went the wrong way. And I hate having to admit that, but that's real. And so anyway, I did come across some interesting things that I'm drawing today along the way. And it was just kind of it was a mixed day. I realized that my brain was just not on the right track. And that's just the way it is sometimes, no matter how hard you try to get your brain recalibrated, it just doesn't happen. Anyway, I found this really cute rock where someone had drawn a beautiful little flower with metallic paint and it said happy on it. And then you turn it on the other side and there's this message. And that's when I realized that I've been misspelling the name of the town I went to. It has two A's. But as it turns out, this phrase on the back means sharing is caring. So, how sweet is that? The next thing I saw was real odd. It's a house, a big old Dutch house, and in the front was an entryway, a wooden entryway, and there were pots and pans hanging from it. And then further inside, there was this big tower of pots and pans. It must have been 8 feet tall. It was real odd. So this is sort of what it looks like, but that was weird. I took pictures of all of these things because it was a real mix of things. And those have been there a long time. They have rust and they're faded, and I hope that is what the owner of the house was wanting to achieve because it's pretty special. And then in contrast, a little bit later, I saw this really relaxing, peaceful scene. It's a house on the water. It's not a canal, but let's just call it a waterway. It's pretty big. You can have boats on it and so forth. But it had these big glass orbs that were just floating in the water, just very peacefully. They're very beautiful. They must have been, blown at a glass shop or something, but they were just so, again, such an unusual thing to come across, but a very nice antidote to the pots and pans house. And then I saw a really charming entryway, what would you call it? I should know this. Column. Let's just call it a column. And it hasn't the address of the house on it, but it had these really charming stamp designs, little art plaques that it was also clean and fresh and really inviting, and I just really liked it a lot. And it's a lot of these houses have big luscious yards, and this was a really nice welcome home kind of piece of structure that I would have it. I think it was just really lovely and sweet. And then lastly, not a part of my trip, but I have been using a hairspray container cap to put over my microphone because I want to keep the dust off of my microphone. But the problem is the cap is black and the microphone is black, and so sometimes I don't realize until it's too late that the cap is still on top, and so it has this really unpleasant muffled sound. So last night I got out my acrylic markers and I just drew a random design on it. I wasn't trying to create any great art. I just wanted to have something that I would notice on top of the microphone so that I would remember to take the cap off when I need to use the microphone. I hope your day 102 is going better. We all have weird days, and this is one of mine. Take care. See you later.